How to mix high-end and budget items. Why mixing is the new luxury. Forget the outdated idea that luxury means head-to-toe designer. Today's most stylish women know that elegance lives in how you mix things, not how much they cost. Luxury isn't just a price tag anymore. It's about expression, balance, and eye for detail. Mixing high-end and budget items isn't a compromise. It's a strategy, one that says, I know what I'm doing. Think about the effortlessly chic woman in a crisp white button-down from Zara, tailored perfectly, paired with a buttery soft Bottega bag. No one's checking the tag on her shirt. They're staring at how confidently she carries herself, how seamlessly her look comes together. That's the secret. When you combine the polish of one designer piece with the clever affordability of high street finds, you're showing creativity, not constraint. In a world where influencers parade $3,000 coats for clicks, the real flex is making a $30 piece look like Paris Fashion Week. The psychology of perceived value in outfits. Here's a little style secret. People don't see price tags, they see perceived value. That means the way an outfit looks and feels tells them everything they need to know before they even ask where it's from. Have you ever worn something ultra affordable and had someone say, "You look expensive today"? That's not luck. That's styling psychology. It's about clean lines, intentional pairings, and details that visually read as high-end even if they aren't. For example, a $20 blouse in a neutral tone, pressed and tucked into a sleek pair of structured trousers, instantly gives the impression of polish. Add a bold, designer bag or a pair of quality loafers. The look transforms. People associate certain cues with luxury: smooth textures, flattering tailoring, quiet color palettes, and confidence in fit. If you can mimic those cues even with budget-friendly pieces, you unlock the same reaction. Because styling smarter is more powerful than spending more. The golden rule. Invest in the eye catchers. Every outfit has a focal point, the piece that draws the eye, anchors the look, and sets the tone. And here's the golden rule of high-low fashion. Always invest in the eye catchers. These are the pieces that people remember. A stunning handbag, a perfectly structured coat, a pair of leather boots that carry you through every season. They're not always the loudest items, but they carry the most weight in your overall look. Why? Because these pieces define the mood. You can wear a basic tee and affordable denim, but if you top it off with a designer trench and a classic tote, the entire outfit shifts. It looks curated, intentional, elevated. A great bag can make even the most casual jeans look polished. A well-fitted blazer can turn a $12 top into a power statement. Let your supporting pieces be budget-friendly. Let your stars shine where it counts. One eye catcher elevates everything. Budget basics that still look luxe. There's nothing wrong with budget basics, in fact. They're the unsung heroes of a well-balanced wardrobe. But here's the catch. Not all basics are created equal. Some look cheap, some look timeless. The difference? Detail and fit. Let's take a simple white t-shirt. A boxy, thin, see-through one? Skip it. But a thicker cotton tee with a structured neckline, soft drape, and clean hem? That's a $15 essential that looks like $150 when styled right. Look for high street brands that nail proportions, fitted tanks, high-waisted trousers, ribbed knits, and solid color blouses. Stick with neutrals or muted tones for maximum polish. Even well-fitting black jeans from an affordable brand can look designer with leather heels and a silk scarf. Avoid shiny synthetics or overly trendy pieces. Instead, choose basics with clean silhouettes and a luxurious feel. Layer thoughtfully. When budget basics are intentional, they quietly elevate every outfit without anyone suspecting the steal. Textures that fool the eye. If there's one detail that separates high-end from high street, it's texture. Texture doesn't just add visual interest. It tells the brain, this feels expensive. So when you're mixing budget pieces into your look, texture is the easiest way to fool the eye and upgrade your entire outfit. Start with fabrics like boucle, linen, satin, wool blends, and structured cotton. These materials instantly create a tactile impression, the kind people associate with designer labels. Even a simple linen blazer or ribbed tank can do the trick. Avoid shiny, stretchy synthetics. Cheap polyester and bright colors? It shows. but a muted crepe top in ivory or taupe? Surprisingly luxe. Try mixing opposing textures. Silky blouses with raw denim. Boucle cardigans with faux leather trousers. That contrast adds depth, and depth always feels richer. When you master texture, you elevate the entire outfit, even if half of it came from the clearance rack. Color schemes that elevate budget pieces. Color is more powerful than most people realize. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about perception. Certain shades instantly make an outfit look richer, while others cheapen it. That's why color choice is critical when blending budget items into high-end looks. Let's start with neutrals. Camel, ivory, charcoal, navy, taupe. These colors never scream for attention, they command it. They mimic the palettes often used by luxury brands like the Row, Celine, or Max Mara. When your budget pieces follow this muted tonal direction, they automatically look more refined. Avoid neon brights unless you're making one the focus. Stick to monochrome or analogous layering. Beige on cream, olive with khaki, navy with charcoal. It reads cohesive. Loud prints on cheap fabric? Avoid. Let color communicate elegance. A curated palette makes the whole look feel intentional, even if the pieces are affordable. Color speaks before the price tag ever can. Tailoring. The choicest upgrade you can buy. There's no fashion trick more underrated or more powerful than tailoring. It doesn't matter how expensive an item was if it fits poorly, and it doesn't matter how cheap it was if it fits perfectly. A $25 blazer that's been nipped at the waist and had sleeves shortened, instantly elevated. A $12 skirt hem to hit just right, suddenly feels bespoke. Tailoring is the invisible polish that transforms basics into custom-looking staples. Even designer items look sloppy if the fit is off. But when every item skims your shape, flatters your frame, and moves with precision, your entire look feels like quiet luxury. Tailoring isn't pricey either. For the cost of one designer tee, you could tailor 5 affordable pieces. Start with your most used items. Trousers, blazers, skirts. Fit matters. And when your clothes align with your body, you don't just look good, you feel good. That confidence? Unbeatable. Statement bags. The anchor of any outfit. Here's a secret known by every stylist and fashion editor. The bag is often the first and last thing people notice. It's the anchor, the punctuation mark, the statement piece that tells the world who you are before you say a word. That's why in high-low dressing, a quality bag is where you make your move. You could be in head-to-toe high street, but throw on a structured leather bag with refined hardware and clean lines. Instant elevation. This doesn't mean dropping thousands. Pre-loved designer bags, mid-range luxury brands, or even minimalist, logo-free styles can make your look sing. Focus on shape, stitching, material, and subtle detail. Skip loud branding. Pair your standout bag with clean silhouettes, fitted dresses, sleek trousers, or a tailored coat. The bag becomes the visual core of your outfit, not just an accessory. A strong bag tells a story of polish, no matter what else you're wearing. The rule of one. One designer piece per look. Elegance is balance, not overload. And when mixing high and low, one of the most powerful styling strategies is the rule of one. Choose one standout designer item per look, and let it breathe. That one piece becomes your anchor, the focal point that quietly elevates everything around it. It might be Gucci loafers, a Dior belt, or a Max Mara coat. But here's the trick. When you only wear one luxury item, it looks more intentional and more expensive. Piling logos can dilute the effect. Suddenly, it's about brands, not style. But pairing a Loewe bag with an H&M dress? That's taste. Think of it like art. You don't clutter the gallery wall. You highlight the masterpiece. One bag with a jumpsuit, one belt with a vintage skirt. The contrast makes the designer piece shine brighter, because true style isn't about stacking luxury, it's about using it wisely. Jewelry tricks that look expensive, but aren't jewelry, is where subtle power lives. It frames your face, finishes your outfit, and often gives the biggest luxury impression for the smallest investment if you choose right. Start with gold-toned basics. Matte finishes, chunky chains, delicate hoops, or minimal cuffs. They mimic fine jewelry when done well. Pearls, especially imperfect Baroque ones, are another trick. A single pearl pendant or set of studs reads timeless. Layering adds richness too. Stack dainty rings, mix chain links, or wear just one statement earring. When jewelry feels styled, not random, it reads high-end. Vintage-inspired pieces like signet rings or lockets also add the illusion of heritage. Avoid overly shiny, lightweight pieces that scream fast fashion. Instead, coordinate metals with your bag, hardware, or belt buckles for harmony. Jewelry doesn't need to be expensive. It needs to feel chosen. Done right, it finishes your outfit with a whisper of wealth, not a shout. Where to save? Undergarments, tees, and more. You don't need to splurge on everything. In fact, real style means knowing where to save. And high-low dressing starts with cutting costs on the quiet players, the ones no one sees, but everyone feels. Undergarments like bras, briefs, and shapewear? Choose function over fashion. Affordable brands offer comfort and support without draining your wallet. The same goes for layering tees, tanks, and bodysuits. Look for thick cottons and structured necklines from Uniqlo, Zara, or Mango. These staples disappear beneath designer coats or statement shoes, but they set the foundation. Other smart saves? Casual denim, pajamas, socks, and sunglasses. Go for quality construction, neutral tones, and minimal branding. Save your money for where it shows. Avoid trendy pieces that fade fast, save on the fillers. Style isn't about what you spend, it's about what you prioritize. When your essentials are affordable and intentional, your entire wardrobe works smarter, not harder. Where to splurge? Shoes, bags, outerwear. Some pieces do the heavy lifting. If you're going to splurge, put your money into the items that frame the entire outfit. Shoes, bags, and outerwear. These are the first things people notice, and the last things they remember. Shoes ground your outfit. A pair of timeless boots or sculptural mules can shape how everything else is perceived. They also improve posture and polish. Bags? They're personal signatures. A structured leather bag with elegant lines becomes an icon in your wardrobe. It travels with you, anchors looks, and silently declares taste. And outerwear? It's the frame for your whole silhouette. A sharp trench or sculptural coat elevates even the simplest jeans. The trick is to buy classic shapes. A black crossbody, camel coat, or sleek leather loafer. These don't date, and that's the point. Let your splurges speak quietly but clearly. They'll carry every budget piece with them, and no one will question the mix. High-low brands that pair beautifully. Not all brands play well together. The key to high-low magic? Choosing budget-friendly lines that lean minimal and pairing them with designer pieces that don't scream their label. Think of it as building a conversation, not a competition. Brands like Uniqlo, Colorado S, and other stories excel at clean lines and neutral palettes. Their pieces pair beautifully with luxury labels like the Row, Totem, or Celine. For example, a Uniqlo button-down tucked into tailored COS trousers, anchored by a Loewe bag, it just works. Look for common themes: texture, silhouette, tone. A thrifted slip skirt with a designer belt and simple knit top can look intentionally high-end. Loud prints and logos rarely blend well. Aim for pieces that share a visual language. You're not mixing prices. You're curating a mood. When color, cut, and aesthetic align, your outfit becomes cohesive, and the price differences disappear. That's the power of smart pairings. Thrifted and vintage finds that fake luxury. Thrifting isn't just for quirky pieces, it's where luxury hides in plain sight. Vintage fashion often has better construction, richer fabrics, and classic silhouettes that mimic true designer quality. Start with structure. Vintage blazers in tweed, wool, or houndstooth usually come with shoulder pads and lining instant polish. A $15 blazer paired with modern jeans and leather boots? Effortless CEO. Scan for silk blouses, cashmere knits, and leather belts. These feel luxurious and often last longer than today's fast fashion. Vintage bags, especially logo-free ones with pebbled leather or brushed hardware, scream quiet wealth. Add a silk scarf from the 80s to your ponytail or tied on your tote, and suddenly you look curated. Footwear matters too. A great pair of vintage slingbacks or loafers, still in good shape, adds history and elegance. When your outfit has a story behind it, it's not just fashion, it's soul. And soul always looks expensive. Layering to blur price lines. Layering is the quiet genius of high-low dressing. It creates complexity, hides weaker pieces, and builds visual depth. When you stack thoughtfully, no one sees the price tags, just the story. Start with cohesion. Stick to a monochrome or tonal palette: ivory on beige, navy with denim, olive on khaki. These color schemes make budget layers feel curated. Then focus on texture. Combine knits with silk, cotton under boucle, leather over jersey. Mixing fabrics distracts the eye from any single piece and draws attention to the overall mood. A $20 tank becomes luxe when under a sculpted coat and cinched with a designer belt. Add accessories like scarves, brooches, or collars peeking through. They add movement and editorial elegance. Layering builds a silhouette that feels designer, even when it's not. The trick is to confuse the eye in the best way. When done right, layering isn't just functional, it's transformational. How to style budget shoes. Like a pro, shoes are one of the fastest ways to elevate or downgrade a look. If you're wearing budget shoes, the secret is to style them so they look intentional, not accidental. First, choose timeless shape. Pointed flats, sleek loafers, or minimal sandals feel more refined than bulky sneakers or overly trendy boots. Stick to neutral colors: black, ivory, tan, or deep brown. Avoid shiny finishes that reveal synthetic material. Clean them meticulously. Dirty soles or scuffed toes instantly cheapen an outfit. Swap flimsy laces for thicker, waxed versions. Use shoe pads or insoles to hide distracting branding. Next, frame them with elegance. Pair budget flats with cropped trousers or a midi skirt. Show some ankle or layer with an anklet for subtle charm. Coordinate shoe tones with your bag or belt for visual balance. Your shoes tell a story of where you're going, so make sure they carry your outfit with confidence and grace. The texture sandwich styling rule. The texture sandwich is a styling trick that makes even the cheapest piece look designer. Here's how it works. Place rich textures at the top and bottom of your outfit and tuck the budget item in the middle. This creates visual balance and draws the eye toward quality. Imagine a cashmere sweater, top, simple cotton trousers, middle, and suede boots, bottom, or a silk blouse, polyester skirt, and leather heels. The rich textures frame the look and elevate the budget item between them. This trick works with accessories too. A luxe bag and polished shoes can sandwich a fast fashion dress and still look elegant. Texture reads as expensive, so stacking it strategically makes all the difference. Think like a stylist. Build each outfit like a tower. Solid base, clean middle, beautiful crown. The result? Everything blends. The eye sees harmony, not hierarchy. And your outfit reads curated, even if half of it wasn't. Hair, nails, and grooming. The invisible upgrade. No matter what you're wearing, grooming will always be the most underrated luxury tool. Hair, nails, and overall polish can elevate even the most affordable outfit silently but powerfully. Think of a $25 dress on someone with glossy hair, glowing skin, and neat nails. Now picture the same dress with frizz, chipped polish, and uneven brows. See the difference? Good grooming is visual proof of intention. Stick to simple beauty: a clean low bun, soft waves, or smooth blowout. Neutral nails: beige, blush, plum always read expensive. Avoid anything chipped or clashing. Skin should look loved, not layered in makeup. A touch of fragrance, groomed brows, and moisturized hands finish the effect. This isn't about perfection, it's about care. When you look cared for, your outfit, no matter the price, feels elevated. Grooming is the invisible luxury. Quiet but unforgettable. People might forget your dress, but they'll remember your presence. Outfit ideas. 5. High-low looks for inspiration. Let's make it real. Here are 5 outfit formulas that blend high and low effortlessly. Look 1. Parisian cool H&M striped tee. Uniqlo trousers. Celine loafers. Vintage locket. Effortless and crisp. Look 2. Weekend luxe mango ribbed tank. Thrifted Levi's. The rose sandals. Loa puzzle bag. Chic without trying. Look 3. Corporate cool Zara blazer, tailored, COS tee, Gucci belt, Saint Laurent tote, elevated and commanding. Look 4. Date night Grace Assos slip dress, Jimmy Choo heels, cashmere shawl, quiet drama. Look 5. Airport executive Uniqlo joggers, white tee, Max Mara trench, Burberry scarf, cozy yet powerful. In every look, the luxury item sets the tone, but the affordable ones hold the balance. These aren't costumes, they're compositions. Use them as a rhythm, not a rulebook. Mix, remix, and make them yours. Because with the right styling, high-low fashion doesn't feel like compromise, it feels like craft. Confidence is the most expensive thing you can wear. We've covered tailoring, texture, accessories, layering, and labels. But here's the one thing that matters most and costs nothing: confidence. You can wear the perfect high-low mix, but if you fidget, doubt, or apologize for your look, the magic fades. Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about being grounded, owning your choices, standing tall in your $20 dress because you chose it with vision, pairing thrifted boots with a luxury bag because you understand balance. That's power. When someone asks where your outfit is from, smile and say, "I styled it." Confidence is the quiet presence that turns heads before your outfit even registers. It's what makes people believe your budget blouse is designer because you wear it like it is. This guide wasn't about pretending. It was about understanding the art of styling. Because once you know how to build a look with intention, you don't follow fashion. You lead it.